guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about how box color affects your hair results when you get your hair professionally colored. How does box dye affect your results from getting it professionally dyed? This was one question I had from one of my really good friends, and I thought it'd be a good topic to talk about because it's short. Not that I'm lazy to make videos, but a lot of my videos are actually quite long. Shout out to you guys for actually being interested in what I have to say. I'm honestly just kind of doing my own thing, and just if you guys like it, then great. If not, then don't have to be here and you can just exit. Totally not making you stay here, but I just want to help people, so this is why this video is being made. I'm looking down on my laptop because I also jot notes down too, just so I can kind of stay on track and not go on as many tangents as I like to do. You never know, it doesn't really stop me. I thought of 3 reasons on this topic, so I'm going to break that down and just kind of go into more detail about it. So my first point I wanted to bring up is that it makes the hair unpredictable. So what does this mean exactly? It means when you box color your hair and you decide to go to a hair salon versus doing it at home, it makes my job a lot harder to color your hair, or lighten it for that matter, just because I've noticed a lot of my clients, when they box color, they want to go lighter later on. First off, I just want to say there's nothing wrong with box color. Is it for everybody? No, but if you're the type of person that you're just trying to cover your grays every 2-3 weeks and it's not in your budget to go to a professional to get it done, you can get away with it, but as long as that's just your routine and you don't plan on changing it, then you can totally get away with box color. But for the people that like to change their minds and they love coloring their hair, this is where I step in and say, you know what, I don't recommend you using box color because it makes my job a lot harder to get you lighter. When I'm lightening the hair, I place it in a foil. We put the color of the lightener on, depending on what kind of hair service that we're doing that day. And what ends up happening inside that foil that you guys don't see as the consumer, clients, yes, whatever you want to be called, because you're just sitting there while it's processing. But for us, we're coming back in, we're peeking through that foil, we're opening it up to see how the progress is going. What I'll end up seeing in that foil is that there's like random patches all along the hair strand, and 1, not attractive. 2, I will have to go back in and reapply just to make sure it gets that full saturation to get more of an even lift. That's one way that it makes it unpredictable that I never even knew, because I didn't know anything about hair until I went to hair school, and a lot of you guys don't go to hair school, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't know this. So it's perfect that I can share the knowledge out there for you. But that is why it's unpredictable. So that's why you always hear other hairdressers say, don't use box color. That's why, because it makes our job a lot harder. Okay, so my second point is you don't know how old the product is. So when you go into the store and you're just going down the color aisle in the grocery store, department store, wherever you shop for your box color, and you reach over and grab that auburn red box that you normally get, you go home, mix it up, everything's all fine and dandy, and then after, when you rinse it out, all of a sudden your hair's freaking orange. Why did this happen? I can give you 2 reasons. First reason being, you, 1, don't know how long this product has been sitting on the shelf, because they're all mass produced. You don't know where they're coming from. You have no idea how hot or cold this warehouse is. That can affect the color. That's right, it can. No one thinks about these things. I learned this in hair school, so there's no way I would even thought that far about the warehouses and know like how old this box color was. I just literally thought in my brain, I'm gonna go to the store and get box color, and that's exactly what happened. But I've also seen this happen when my clients come in and they're normal box color users, and all of a sudden their hair's freaking orange, or a shade of brown that they weren't even planning on like getting, and it's like a weird hot root type thing. What they tell me is, oh, you know what, I actually think that kids were in the store and they were swapping bottles out. So that was my second point that I wanted to bring up. I've seen it happen too, so my client wasn't lying. It's a possibility. We don't know for sure. We're not like scanning every box as it's like leaving the shelf, because there's time for that. We all have jobs, we all have lives. But that can happen. I've gone to the grocery store before. I've seen kids play down the aisle and they're opening boxes. They're picking out random boxes and they're just mixing everything up. It scares me because people don't know, and they'll buy it, they'll go home, and then they'll unintentionally mess up their hair, and then they'll have to spend more money coming to the salon And then I ended up having to do a color correction, and we all know how expensive those can be. Going back to like the whole warehouse and how long you don't even know how old I should say this product is, because color oxidizes as well, and it does not matter if it's sealed up in a bottle and still sitting in the warehouse. One, the temperature in the warehouse, we have no idea. Two, the strength of the color. It's super fresh when it's freshly made, of course, but once it leaves the warehouse and it's on retailer shelves and you guys pick it up, you don't know if it's a day old, you don't know if it's 6 months old, you don't know if it's 8 months old, a year old, 2 years old. You're just honestly picking this box because it's the same box that you always reach out for and go when you get your color. Seems innocent, but it's not. That's another reason why we professionals don't recommend box color, because we just don't know. We have no control over what's gonna happen to your hair. It's literally just a game of like blindness and just going in. But yeah, you guys are brave for doing that, because when I didn't know, same thing, just whatever, it's box color, it's just gonna do what it's gonna do like normal. But all those other factors I learned, it just blew my mind when I was in hair school. It's like, oh my god, that's why this happens. Hopefully that light bulb comes on for you guys too, just hearing me explain this. But that is reason number 2 on why box color affects your results when you switch over to professionally getting your hair colored. And of course, number 3, it makes going lighter a lot harder. Going to my first point too, it makes it unpredictable. It really takes a lot of time to go light when your hair is super dark. Like I was saying in my last video that you can check out, I will put in a little thing here or here, doesn't matter. I don't know where it pops up when I shoot the video, but it'll pop up. So yes, going lighter is a lot harder when you have box color on your hair, because we have to go over it so many times, and it's not good to do that for the most part, just because you're busting open out that hair cuticle and it's very fragile in that state. You don't want to keep doing that over and over again, because it's going to take a toll on the hair, and then eventually if you're lightening it so much, it can break off and you have a chemical haircut, and then you have no idea where it ends or begins, and you're going to end up having to cut off more hair, which most ladies with long hair don't like, because our long hair is our babies. It makes the hair a lot harder to go light when you have box color on your hair. So just try and keep these details in mind the next time you guys reach over for that box color in the store, and hopefully this helps explain any doubts or any questions that you guys had about box color. But that is why, from a professional standpoint, why we don't personally like it when you guys have box color in the hair, because the main thing is that it just makes our job a lot harder, and it costs more money for you guys when it becomes a color correction. That is basically it. That's the end of the video. So hopefully you guys learned something from that, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!